That's not 100% of a cold start, but I did remember to get the camera out and get all that, catch that. So well, actually, at first forgot to connect my fuel line, and then it cranked like 20 seconds and died. So I got the jumper hooked up to the little Honda that's got the spare battery in the trunk. So now we'll let her charge. We just let that on there. I got the plastic set on. I think it'll run a little bit better once she's warm. And that's really it. It takes a while to warm this up because it's got engine and transmission oil all in one. So it's got a big stomach full of cold oil to warm up. And yeah, I guess we'll just mosey straight into this and get her bolted together. So I'll let you guys watch that. Alright, let's bolt it together. There he is. Oh, James got his motorbike fixed. Ready to ride.
Ready to ride?
Yes.
Yeah.
10 mil. Oh yeah. 8 mil. That'll do our gas tank bolt. I'm ready to go shopping with the boys. I'm ready to get this done and then have a little cleanup. Alright. Now ready for 10 mil, and then I'll move up to the bigger bolts. Alright. 110 mil's gone, probably over at the bike project. So we've done this enough so we've gotten good at it. And we also lost some bolts, so it's quicker now. So instead of 3 bolts in each fender, it's 2 bolts in each fender. But should be good enough for Hood's 4, meaning us. And then the rack bolts are pretty easy. Okay. I always do the corner one because this guy's pretty important. Now, if our trails are really tight, we often end up scraping on trees in the tight corners and stuff, so it's pretty important for me to have at least the 2 outside ones. And alright, this is 10 mils done. You have the 11 mil socket. The little guys. I don't know why, but this one works.
Who picked a bit mini spark? Well, shot.
Okay. Do that there and there. I think this is where we get 2 front rack bolts started. That might be a 10.
My dear, spark tester.
Yes, sir.
You do? How do I use it? I think I forgot. Just put it in, right? Clip it to metal.
Yep. Pop it in, clip it on metal, and give her a crank. Oh yeah, those are 10. Okay, from 10 we move on to 13, I believe.
Oh, we're getting spark.
So you're not getting fuel or compression. Bid dial 13. Give me 13.
Oh, you know what I did
13
wrong?
here. Oh, what did you do wrong?
I put the magneto in wrong.
How?
Well, if it's not flipped around, it won't run. I put
Whatever.
it in backwards.
So now your spark's showing up at all the wrong time.
Yes, the
Firing at the
basically-
bottom instead of the top.
Yep, timing's jumping.
Alright, there's this. I need half-inch wrench. This is the guy's got a lock nut. There's that. Probably should have lined this one up first. But that might find his hour. There we go. Alright, there's 2 more back here, and then we can consider the side panel. Alright, there's that. So, we still have the electric choke. I'm paranoid. Yep, that's better. Alright, top, whatever this thing called, side panel, top panel thing. Oh, that made my charger go green. Hopefully it's not too self-righteous now. Shave the earth. This panel's a little bowed. It's so bowed. Is there anything I can do? Oh yeah, there's a little tab. Actually, I didn't know this before. There's actually tabs for that. There we go. So, there. That looks like my cat again. Now, charger says we're ready to take the cables off, which is good. That means the Honda's charged as well. Which we probably want to use later. Battery's full. Shifter knob. So front, here we go. Front little panel, 366. Thing is supposed to clip in here. Doesn't particularly clip in there, but oh, there's one more thing. It's gonna be this side panel and then the fuel knob, and the screw's gone, so that's not good. It might not be too great. That panel's all clipped in place. Same with this guy. Got some tabs on the bottom. And then there are two hooks on the top. Take care of these guys. This is a brand new panel from Cat. So the clips are still good. But the one on the other side's got one of these broke, and if this stands out, all the dirt or stuff will fall in there. But you'll be able to see it when you ride. It looks like trash. So even though this panel's been off and on here 100 times now, due to all the carburetor issues, alright, that's a little violent, but oh yeah, that's right. There's that screw that fell in there. I'll roll it. Get a light. Need to shine in here and see, because I know that's the last of those screws that I've got. Oh yeah, I see it. Wow, that was. I would get down in there and get the claw tool and magnet maybe. So, if you don't have one of these, get one of these. And then, that's a magnet from a Big Larry. You can get smaller magnets that'll fit in the claw. And that way you have a claw tool and a magnet. A lot of times, yep, now the magnet's stuck. Gonna have to reach in here like man. The magnet idea failed. Yeah, this little tiny little guy. He's the one that holds the fuel knobby on. So let's throw the side panel in. Get the fuel knob on. Get this magnet back where it goes. And I got the screwdriver. Drop this guy down the hole. There it is. Boom, got it. Alright. So, that's installed, functional. Seat on the dirty hoss. Alright. This was holding my battery on, my spare battery. And the lamp should need this. Alright, I'm ready to go on a test ride. See how we go. Alright, we're gonna fold up legs. Look at the top of my head. Sweet summer. Oh, I hear the night light still on. Just one of those days. But the sun is here and the sun is nice. So, let's go ride in it. See if we can back the old girl up to the... Not recognizing reverse. There, I like that a lot. Alright. One thing we need to do is make sure we shift. It feels kind of... There, I think this should be high. There. I like that a lot. Yeah, last night we went for a ride and we rode everywhere. So let's go check out the new trail we made. I like it a lot. Well, I think we'll do one more mod to the trail. I'll show you guys what it is. All this brush up ahead here, and the berry patch, that was all. When I moved here, there's a stump, you can see that stump right there. That was a big giant cedar bush, probably about the size of that one right there, falling in the yard. So I went and dragged everything over here. This whole corner wasn't mowed. We built this whole tree house one afternoon. Brought the Han out here with a trailer load of free pine lumber offcuts. So this root thing, we're gonna have to drive over it. And this is one of the places where the trail gets really tight. I didn't quite get turning time, so there we go. So the trail goes on ahead here, and then there's a little trail that goes up through there. But the idea is to get these where they're actually walkable. Here's another old root. It's just kind of nasty, but it's a lot better than it was. We need to let air out of these tires. Yeah, the old trail used to run around and go all along the outside. This here I moved all this with a little 129 Cub Cadet with a Z430 2-cylinder 12-horse Kubota diesel in it. That's going to be a project coming up. That needs a lot of, and through the belt down back of here, down, oh boy, oh, I'm in 4-wheel, there we go. That'll free up the steering a bunch and give us some turn radius. All this I cut by hand. I got a little Japanese pool saw that a friend of mine has one in the shop, and he said his dad used it to build staircases back in the day. So maybe it's not a little saw. Here's the creek. Alright, let's smash through here. Oh, alright, 4-wheel, there we go. There it is. Oh, there's some deer tracks. Somebody's been out here this morning. I think we're going to go down the trail. This is the upper section. I say this car runs just all right. Here's where I had to cut a little bit of a tree. It fell over. That sounds pretty good. I don't feel any, no stumbling. I like that. Here's a little bypass under this tree. That's because I can't get my big front mount mower through here, which I have. Ah, these are Honda tracks. So here's a little trail out in the fields. I got permission to ride there. I knew there's a couple fields that are seeded in either cover crop or winter wheat or triticale. So I knew that we need to stay out of those. So I let them know that we're not going to go in those. I had a friend that a couple of my friends went ripping in there, and I had a talk with him. I had a talk with the landowner, and he knows we're not going in there. So I don't think those guys are going in there again. I don't know what they were thinking. One's a teenager, and the other one might be reliving teenage rebellion. I don't know. Or maybe they're just having fun and not thinking. Yeah, this is a Honda trail. This is out by the road now. Last night we had some fun getting stuck in here. And it's good to be pretty careful with these Arctic Cats. The headlights are kind of protruding. Pretty protruding and not very forgiving. Yeah, I think we need to let the idle down a touch. There we go. Yep. Gonna have to let the idle down. Now that she's getting warmed up. Still saying reverse. I think that's pretty good. Alright. I'm not too anxious to go. I'm not too anxious to go too low because it was pretty low. Yeah, that's where we got all hung up last night. Oh, the creek actually changed paths here. choice. So that pool right there is where I got the Honda Super stuck last winter. And now it looks like we were actually crossing the sunken log right there. And it broke in half, so part of it's over here now. But what we need to do is come down here and pick up all these cans and bottles and things, and I think that's good firewood, that one there. I picked up all the blocks I cut off of it. So it'd be pretty nice if I could get over here. There's a spot of gravel right there. If I could get on that with a winch and just pull that guy around. That way we could kind of just go straight through there. Yeah, there's two-wheel again. The creek's changing directions. This here's an impassable mud hole. I winched up there with this twice. Last time I winched up to the stump right there, and then just backed and kind of crossways and got out of there all right. Here's some firewood stuff we've been cutting. There's a big old ash tree that fell, so I cut that up. So I think this afternoon I'm gonna go cut or split some ash. I need to either get a pallet or something and make kind of a, I kind of want to use half of a pallet and then place it end to end to make it 8 foot long, and then get some sticks or whatever, or some 2x4s and make it 4 foot by 8 foot. We're going to be selling it in face cord lumber as face cord, because I got a small stove that I'm not using. I haven't hooked it up, so I'm kind of a fan of cutting. That's a pretty big hump right there. I'm pretty much a fan of cutting firewood in short lengths, so it'll be like 12 to 16 inches long and then sell it by face cord. That should be pretty fun. So I saw last night my neighbor's got a bunch of pallets in his implement shed, so I might be able to nab some of those. I know there's some 2x6s up above in the shop. That lumber came with a place. I don't really want to use it. This is going to be the trail that goes up through there into the field, and then from that side up from that field. That way we don't have to go into the wheat field or whatever it is. Cover crop. That's at 20 miles an hour. Here's where we turned off before. Here's some piney trees. I like it right here. Alright. Yeah, I am stoked. Here's the creek. Yeah, I think the Cub Cadet diesel plowed this whole section. This was brutal. This was so thick you couldn't get through it. Not a deer, not a human could get through here. Maybe some rabbits. This was literally so thick by this tree, I was plowing from that direction toward us. It was so thick here I couldn't even tell. I pushed some stuff down here and then, like, I don't know, I don't want to fall in the creek right there, so that was so thick I couldn't even tell that it was passable. Alright, here's the pond. Thing is super deep. I think it's 6 or 8 foot deep. For the amount of size it has, that's pretty significant. So I try to keep the kids out of it. That's why there's a fence there, if you saw it. This where the bunny lives that likes to run with us. Over there on that side's a new trail. So we could take this over to the neighbors. Actually, you can see kind of looks like an old hay rack. It'd be pretty cool to drag that out here. There's a lump, there's a firewood. So maybe we'll do that. There's our leaves. I'm hoping we need to push them on the piles of the compost, but they're supposed to go for garden mulch. I'm gonna back this in here. Just park here. Yeah, I need to come back. I'll probably make something 4 foot by 8 foot out of this. I think it's an old hay rack that rotted. They just kicked it off here. So the chainsaw and some elbow grease. I like to get that ash chopped. I know I just cut it down and stacked it there, but it's super duper dry. So it'd be good to. There's a tractor going to the repair shop. There's a hay baler going somewhere. What else have we got? I hear a Cummins. A mowing machine. Did they just go somewhere and buy everything? Oh, I'll take that and that and that. Everything great, just everything. So there's that. I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully we can sell that and get it moved on to some happy owners here pretty soon. Or punch a tire and get some new tires for it. That'd be good too. Alrighty guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. We will see you in another episode. Hopefully in such an episode where we find the Honda keys and the remote. Alrighty, see ya. See you in the next one.